Hello there! Welcome back to another episode of the Part My Back Show. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Follow me on Instagram @_Sebastian West, where you can check out my artwork in all of its splendor. If you don't like what I'm kicking, like what I'm spitting, just know when you tune to this, the cloth is different. Checked out a few films as of late, and this is the one I chose to talk about, which is Breaking, starring John Boyega. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. If you know who John Boyega is, listen, go to IMDb, type in John Boyega, and it has his filmography on there. It's a familiar face. You should know who he is. Breaking. Based on a true story. Didn't know that till the end of the film. Based on a true story. It's about a guy, a former Army veteran, suffering from, PTSD. And he is on a path of getting what's owed to him, quote unquote. The VA owed him a certain amount of money, right? So he's trying to get what the VA owes him. Through this path, he's becoming frustrated. No one is listening to him. He's becoming frustrated. It seems like it's a bunch of red tape. He's on this hamster wheel, from what it seems. So he takes matters into his own hands and he decides, hey, I'm going to hold up a bank. Now, the purpose of this is just to get the world to listen to him. Nobody's listening to him. So this is the only way he can get the world to understand his frustration about what's going on in his life and how nobody's paying attention to guys like him. They don't listen to you. They just think that you're crazy or something's wrong with you. They don't want to listen. So he decides to hold up a bank. In the midst of this bank heist per se. It's not a heist, but yeah, that's what it's looked at as. It was about the principle. Not saying that I agree with what his actions, but I understand it. If you get what I'm saying, I get it. And when you're faced with adversity and you don't know what to do, your back is against the walls. So this is the route you take. I can understand that. So he holds his bank up, and the bank manager, he does it in a respectful manner. Now he's not one. He doesn't want to come across as frightening. Although he says he has a bomb, he just doesn't want to come off as frightening. So she's, they having this discourse back and forth, and the movie star is Michael K. Williams. I think he's the cop in this film, the mediator. So he's telling her, the reason why he's doing this, and she isn't fully grasping the concept because she thinks she's gonna die. He promises her, listen, you're not gonna die. I'm the one that's gonna die. Like, they're gonna come in here and smoke me like a pack of cools. I know this already. I just want to get this message out to the world that what the VA is doing is totally wrong. He's basically a sacrificial lamb. So he knew he was going to die. He knew he was going to smoke him. He breaks it down to her that it's the principle, and they owed him because she was about to give him the money. She said, listen, I'll give you the money if you want the money. How much money do they owe you? He says they owed him $942.16. She couldn't believe it. This bank manager could not believe that that's all you're doing this for is $914.16, $942.16. It's about the principle. It's not about the money. He said he don't want the bank's money. He wants the VA to pay him what he is owed. That's all he wants. It's the only reason he's doing this. Of course, the news cameras, this is it's making way. The news crews are coming to the bank. It's his daughter, his wife sees this happening, and she's, they ask her like, yo, is he violent? Will he harm somebody? She said, no, he wouldn't harm a fly. He would not harm a fly. Nevertheless, they make it seem like he's a threat due to him holding up a bank. So he tells her how much she's owed. She's in disbelief. The news, everybody's watching. This really happened. And I had no idea this took place. Everybody's watching. Lo and behold, they smoke him like a pack of Cools. They checked the bag. There was no bomb. The VA actually made a mistake. The news camera crew couldn't believe it. They didn't know what was going on when they heard this loud bang. They thought, that just something happened in the inside of the bank. Now, I know this is not how the story goes. If I'm not mistaken, a cop shot him in the real story, but a sniper shot him in the movie. And, his acting, by the way, was top-notch. John Boyega, his acting here, it kind of reminded me of Denzel Washington in his role in John Q. I saw flashes of that. So, yeah, they're smoking like a pack of Cools. And he was just another black guy that died. He made a point in the film was stating that, hey, if I wasn't a man of color, they wouldn't kill me. But since I'm black, they're gonna kill me. Like I'm gonna get smoked. That's what happened. He died for $942.16, and the VA was wrong. They owed him money. So go check out Breaking. It might be a tearjerker for some, but it's a good movie. It's a good portrayal. John Boyega did his thing. Great acting in this. And I'll probably do the review for The Witch Part 2. Second film, yeah, Witch Part 2. I did The Witch Part 1 subversion, so I'll probably do The Witch Part 2. Remember, big shots, number little shot, they kept shooting. Slow run is better than no run. If you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack, and if that ain't good enough, pardon my back. In the meantime, hold it down on Sebastian West on the Pardon My Back show. Salute.